Hello, my wonderful elevated souls, and welcome to my channel. My name is Talea at Open Box Oracle 1811. These oracle readings are not only for you, but for me as well, because oracle and tarot readings are meant to be self-reflective initially, and whomever it doesn't resonate with, you might be going along for the ride. Welcome. This spread is always meant for current energies, not past or future, unless the spirit unfolds it that way. Good afternoon. It's kind of getting later in the afternoon. Today is April 1st, 2026. I hope everybody is having a good spring first of the month. And it rained just a few minutes ago, so if it's darker than the time, that's probably why. Depending on where you're at. I'm doing a full moon spread because today is the full moon. It's a Libra full moon. And I like to do these during the full moon or new moon times. I'm not too knowledgeable about the other phases of the moon. And I'm not too knowledgeable about astrology, but I know a few things about it. But anyway, I hope everybody's feeling good and doing good. And right now I'm doing okay. I'm not, having any issues. Just doing some journaling here and there, and then, reflecting and just doing things that I want to do, which is what, is always nice to do. So I'm going to start off with this full moon spread by the Moon Magic book and card deck. I'm going to read off each card because all it just shows is the numbers and the type of moon card. The first card, the top of the reading is 20, which would reduce to 2. It's taking the moonlight. I also want to read as well just some key points here. It says the cards of the moon represent all the influences that are currently surrounding you, with the cards on the right signifying positive influences and those on the left signifying the less positive ones, or things that are still in the dark stages of germination. So the dark side doesn't naturally mean that it's, negative energy. This is a very in-depth reading, and it could be used on significant days such as birthdays, New Year's, or anniversaries to show what the next 6 to 12 months has in store for you. It can also be used when questioning about major life changes and bigger issues such as health, moving house, changing careers if possible. Cast a spread at the time of the full moon to enhance the reading. So that's what we're doing now, is we're enhancing the reading. And so let's see. So that's card 20, which is 2, which is I like to think of that as a harmonious card. It's a card where 2 is more like the person, like person that shares and it's reciprocal card, like I like to think as well. So it's positive overall, but it says taking the moonlight. Keywords is dating, flirtation, and charm. So that's good to start out with. This side I don't even want to point, because I'm going to end up having to flip if the cards are reading backwards, because that's what I've been doing. So my right can be your left and my left could be your right. So you might just take it as it resonates for you, because that's kind of hard once I flip that, flip the cards just to get the right words seen, and I'm reading them from a side that doesn't match your side. So that's kind of tricky. So from here would be my right and my left, but for you it could be your left and your right, but I'm gonna flip it, so hopefully it lands right. I don't know. So anyway, it says another card of love and romance, but while the lover's moon denotes a long-term relationship, taking the moonlight indicates something that is more casual or a new romance that is in the first stages of development. This is the card of dating, of meeting someone by moonlight for fun and friendship, which could possibly lead onto something more serious later on. After all, every serious relationship began with the first date. This is a charming card of getting to know new people, enjoying new experiences together, and seeing where it all leads. Taking the moonlight is encouraging you to say yes to a date, to let your hair down a bit, and take a chance on someone new. When we have been hurt by love before, it can be difficult to open up and trust again, but this card is letting you know that dating can be a healing experience as well as being a lot of fun. Sometimes all you need is someone new to look on with fresh eyes and a different perspective. It's not about giving someone else a chance, it's about giving yourself a chance to love again. Have a dance, have a fling, have a laugh, see what's out there and enjoy yourself. So that's a great card to start with, heading the reading. So it looks like you might be meeting someone new, or if not, already met someone. The next card is 41, which is reduced to 5, which to me that is, I think of family, and I think of also change. I'm saying family, I'm thinking of kids, and it might be a house. I'm starting to get the astrology and stuff mixed up, but yeah, 41 is change, so this is change can be good or bad, just depends, but I think change is always good when it's towards a positive path or a positive energy in your life. So let's see, moon blues. It says sadness, anxiety, self-absorption. Wow, we go from positive to negative. Okay, let's see what it says. The moon blues card represents low mood, feelings of anxiety and worthlessness. We all experience low moods from time to time, and it is perfectly natural to have days where you don't feel that great. You cannot be on top form every day, as that would be exhausting. Take heart though, because this card would indicate that this low mood is a passing phase and a natural ebb of energy rather than a deep depression. You might find yourself worrying about little things or falling into a negative spiral of anxiety. This card asks you to take steps to lift yourself out of the moon blues by doing things that brings you joy or which brings joy to others. Helping someone is often the best way to avoid becoming too self-absorbed. And so this would be like really like changing up your mood. So so because there's always someone who is having a worse time of it than you are, practice daily gratitude exercises and do something for charity. If the moon blues card keeps on coming up in your readings or is consistently coming out as your personal card, it could indicate that your low mood is lasting longer than necessary and you should seek medical help to overcome it. On the whole, this card is telling you to worry less, for this too shall pass. So if you're feeling kind of, you're just waiting on something to come, or, and I'm kind of basing it on other readings too, because you might been feeling like you've been waiting on someone, because this boy looks like he's waiting on something. If you're waiting on something and you haven't heard back yet, and it's putting you in a negative mood where something that's familiar to you to be like, oh, this again type feeling. Don't, stay in that energy, and know that this too shall pass. Like, you're not, I don't feel like you're even in a depressive state. You're just tired of tired of waiting, feeling as, oh, is this happening again type feeling, but it will pass. The next card is Stargazer 46, which reduces to 1. Well, 10, which would be 1. And you guys, this would be the positive side. This is the dark side, but that doesn't mean it's negative, just to let you know. So Stargazer, keywords: aspiration, ambition, and striving. Okay, we're back to positivity. This is a card of ambitions, of aspirations, and achievement. When it comes up in a reading, it is asking you to think about what you really want from your life and what you can give to the world in return. Remember that manifestation is a collaboration. So if you want to be a singer, you will be using your talent to offer entertainment to the world. If you want to be a writer, you will be gifting your imagination, and so on. Ambition comes naturally to some people, and they have no problems making their dreams come true. For others, however, it is something that needs to be nurtured. Some people need to be trained to have aspiration, and that's okay too. You just need to see yourself achieving your goals and ambitions, visualize it on a daily basis, and when any negative patterns of thought creep in, gently replace them with the bright vision of you singing to an appreciative audience, or holding up your published book, or whatever your personal ambition is. Visualize the end goal every day as you take small steps to bring it into being. This card is reminding you that you have to be able to dream of it before you can become it. Yeah, you can even do a vision board. You can do a vision board. You can write affirmations. You can stand in front of your mirror and repeat positive affirmations to yourself. There are ways to get the energy going for you in a positive light. That would be your striving and aspiration energy, your ambition to get where you want to be, The next card out is SBAT 27, which reduces to a 9. 9 is completion, but sometimes I hear that 1 is completion, but I don't know how they figured that. Well, they say 10 is completion, but sometimes you can't rely on other sources, especially if the spirit guided you to the very first. Like they say, follow your first mind, because sometimes, people come off their own wisdom that just will get you, not saying anything's right or wrong, but it can get you kind of distracted from, what you already know. And so, you resonate with the first thing that was brought into your vision. So I always see 27 reduced to a 9 is completion. Because reducing back from 9 goes to 10, and 10 is 1, and that's the beginning. So I don't see how that would be completion, but to each his own, they say. So 27 is SBAT, ritual, awakening, and grounded. In Wicca, SBATs are the ceremonial rituals honoring the moon. They take place at both the new and full moon every month. This card represents a deep commitment to your spirituality. It might be that you have been studying different religions or esoteric practices, or that you have recently had a profound spiritual experience or awakening. When the SBAC card comes up, it is asking you to show reverence for the path you have chosen with regular spiritual practice. Commune with the divine in any way you like, but take the time to connect with spirit on a regular basis. This will help to keep you feeling grounded and connected to the sacred. Your practice needs not to be extravagant or long-winded. Something as simple as lighting incense every day and dedicating it to your chosen deity is enough. What is important is that you find a way to incorporate some kind of spirituality into your day-to-day life. Magic is a practice that should be lived each day with knowledge and reverence. And I agree with that, because my practices aren't extravagant. I don't have all these, I don't even have, I have a lot of candles, don't get me wrong, because I do love to collect them, but I don't have, you see my setup, it's plain. But what I'm doing ritualistically every day is reading, for the most part anyway. And that's a practice, a spiritual practice. So, like they say, you can light an incense if you go and wash your face and say affirmations every day, or, like I said, you can journal every day. It can be small things, anything that you do is a ritual. Like if you want to do yoga, on a daily basis, that's a ritual. It's a practice. And if you were in religion, you definitely know that they do rituals and practices, regularly. I think we all do daily. We go to work, that's a ritual. It's you don't have to be extravagant in what you're doing. So, as long as you communing with the divine, you stay on that path, and that's so far it's so good, because so far it's looking like you're on a positive path, and you're taking your time and doing things slowly. Of course, you can have those ups and downs, those highs and lows in your thought processes at times, but you come out of those with ease. The fifth card is Moon Dreaming 16, which would be a 7. Every time I think of 7, I just think of 7th heaven. And I'm sure that's pretty much what that number is about. It's very, it's a biblical number too. But it says moon dreaming, so that's 16. It says keywords: intuition, dreams, visions. And I forgot, 7 would be an intuitive card as well. I always think of people being in their head with the 7 as well. But the moon is a well-known conduit for visions and intuitive dreaming among psychics and seers. Many people find that they experience more vivid dreams around the time of the waxing to full moon, particularly if the moonlight shines into their bedroom. Some people like to leave their blinds open so that the moonlight can spill in and enchant their dreams from afar, while others use sleep pillows filled with sacred herbs to gently nod off into a realm of psychic dreaming. Therefore, when the moon dreaming card comes up, it is acting as a prompt to alert you to take more notice of your dreams, because a special psychic message is about to come through. Spraying your pillow with a solution of lavender and mugwort essential oils mixed with water can help to facilitate these dreams. Also, be on the watch for signs, symbols, and messages in your daily life too, as these psychic messages will come to you in more mundane ways as well as through your dreams. Use a dream diary to make a note of your dreams and be aware that the universe has a message for you, which is likely to come via your nighttime visions. And this is so true for me, because I feel like I can't even, how do you say it? I don't even feel like I can attain a dream, because it comes and goes so fast. So by the time I wake up, I have bits and pieces, but it like dissipates. So it's good to have a journal if you can remember as soon as you wake up. sometimes parts can come back to me later in the day. I get glimpses of it. And then there's some dreams that are so vivid that they stay with me. And there was a time in my life where I wasn't getting any dreams really, but I'm grateful that I'm getting them now. Sometimes you can see, as they said, the messages like just by seeing 1111 or, license plates numbers and all these signs. Those are messages, and when I get those, I definitely look them up to see what they mean. And you should meditate on the numbers too if you get those. Meditate on words if words stick out, because lately hawk has been sticking out to me. I don't know if that's something that is sticking out for you. Have you been seeing the word hawk, or like birds, or certain animals like that sticks out? So that's something that to be aware of. And those are message animals as well, because they give you the messages that you need. You learn the characteristic of that animal, and that's pretty much the message from that animal. The next card is 24 Arcturus. We have a star there by the moon. And that's Arcturus, number 24, which is a 6, which means, harmony, balance, home, things like that. 24. It says guardian, family, and support. Arcturus is the brightest star in the northern hemisphere of the night sky, and it means guardian of the bear because it appears to chase the Ursa Major constellation around the sky. In Greek mythology, Arcturus was the son of Callisto, who was a virgin follower of Artemis. When Zeus took advantage of Costello, she bore Arcus, but Zeus's wife Hera was so jealous she turned Callisto into a bear. Arcus was about to shoot the bear while out hunting, not knowing it was his own mother, when Zeus took pity on them and turned them both into stars. Callisto became Ursa Major, the great bear, and Arcus became Ursa Minor, the little bear. Arcturus has been associated with the bear ever since. This card indicates family and the close bonds that you share with loved ones. It could refer to an urban family of close friends and colleagues, as well as your birth family. Excuse me. While such relationships can have their ups and downs, this card suggests that you have a good support system in place, and you should not be afraid to call on family and friends if you need them. Trust in the bonds that you share with your loved ones and know that they are there for you. Lately, I have been wanting to do mythology, learning more about it. There's some that I do know. And then also mythology, if you're into fairy tales, that's kind of a mythical thing, But yeah, so this describes the home and your support, and you got a lot of family, which 6, like I said, it meant home. You got a lot of people that are behind you if you're not aware of it. But this is the side that you wouldn't be able to see. So it's not a negative side. It's just the side that you can't see that side of the moon. So that's a good, that's a good card too. So just know that you are supported and loved in that. The next card is Unicorn Moon 37. That's a 9. No, that's a 10. And that is the unicorn looking up at the moon. Let's see. 37. Keywords is hope, calm, and manifestation. The fabled unicorn has been a symbol of the moon since the Middle Ages, and together with his companion rival the lion rampant. He ensures that night always follows day, which is brought in by the lion. This card represents the calm, quiet magic of the night when all is still and enchanted. Dreams travel through the air on moonbeams. The unicorn moon comes to let you know that all things are possible if only you believe in them enough. The unicorn's magic is a form of soft power, introverted and hidden from sight. When this card comes up, you are being asked to take a gentle approach to use simple magic, such as meditation. Meditation, crystals, written petitions, psychic dreaming to manifest your desires. This card does not suggest that a big bang of manifestation will occur, but a softer revelation of your heart's desire. Blink and you will miss it. So approach your goal with careful, considered steps as you would approach the magical unicorn. Have faith in your own power and believe in yourself and your ability to craft the life you love. So this is more of a manifestation card, but you know, with the Isbat card, that was about, you know, doing your communing with the divine. It's more like prayer, and it's got praying hands. So I think with these two cards, they represent, you know, doing your ritual work, but not something drastic like, oh, I gotta win the lottery, so I'm gonna do this. You know, something softer, like even day by day things like, I hope that my day is better. I want to have good days ahead. You know, like if you're having issues with, you know, people at work, you know, you want your work day to be smooth. Something small, because later you can build off that, because you're going to have so much trust in source that things will just be coming to you that's probably more than you feel like you can handle. But it's always the trust in the small things first. But yeah, that's a good card. And like I say, that's the dark side that you can't see. So it's more of having faith and knowing that people are there for you. And just be aware pretty much of what's going on around you, since this would be representing you. So the next card is Sky God 26-8, which is the 8th card. Let's see. Empowerment. The keywords is empowerment, kindness, and fun. The divine masculine offers you strength, protection, and resilience. Now might be a time of difficulty, but know that you have the inner fortitude to rise to this challenge. The Sky God fills you with a sense of empowerment and determination. He is known in fable as the man in the moon, for he is the light that the moon reflects. He asks you to reflect on the direction of your own light and where you cast your energy. Are you giving too much energy to others and keeping none for yourself? Allow your kindness to shine, but be careful not to give out too much, or you could find yourself experiencing compassion fatigue. Be kind, be happy, and joyful with others, but remember to be kind to yourself most of all. You cannot help others if your own reserves are depleted. The energy of the Sky God is dynamic and playful, and this card indicates that a time of fun and frolic is at hand and is much needed. So look, it just kind of comes to, you know, you might be meeting this divine masculine that's going to show you the way and let you let your hair down. But this is the gender fluid reading as well. It could be you know, reversed, and it could be the divine feminine for this divine masculine in dating. But this is something that you needed, you know, because you do have these ups and downs, and or you're waiting for them, who knows, but you know, you have your aspirations, you have your connection with God, you're remembering your dreams and writing down the signs. Your home life is good. You got this manifestation card, and small manifestations here and there are good, and to be compassionate with yourself as well as others, but you always remember yourself first. And then we have you, which is the blue moon, is 10, which is 1, new beginnings. Manifestation power, auspicious, and it's an auspicious card. Look at that, it's you. And we have the, what was it, manifestation here. So that's great. The magical moon of manifestation with the exclamation point at the end of manifestation. When there are 2 full moons in any one calendar month, the second is called the blue moon. It usually only occurs every couple of years, hence the saying once in a blue moon. Because it is rare, it is considered to be a most auspicious time for goal setting, spell casting, and general manifestation. When this card turns up, you are being invited to seek out the possibilities in your life and to dream big. What would you do if you could do anything? It could also mean that something very rare is about to happen. So expect the unexpected and grab every opportunity with both hands. See, that's why I said you can start small, and then later you'll get something so big. And this is a yearly energy, you know, because, you know, like they said, it could be 6 months to a year, just like the eclipse moon. But this is an enhanced energy reading. So, you know, this is almost like divine justice, because I'm looking at it being a Libra moon, and it's like the balance of the scales, and I feel like you're there. You have all the tools, you have everything that you need, and all this is surrounding you, and some of these cards are within you because you have these dreams and aspirations, and you're manifesting, and you're communing with your higher source, even though at times you can have this you know, and everybody has that, but you're able to work through it now. It's not like you stay in it. Never saying that you stay in it and you're a depressed person, but I'm just saying, like, it's even telling you the very first card is like to go out and have fun, because I feel like you graduated. And it's just little tweaks here and there, like the Spirit's telling you. But overall, you've got that. You've got this already. Let me finish reading this. When this card turns up, you are being invited to seek out the possibilities in your life and to dream big. What would you do if you could do anything? It could also mean that something very rare is about to happen, so expect the unexpected and grab every opportunity with both hands. Now is the time to start that business, begin writing your book, approach a record company with a demo CD, or start an online channel or podcast. So this is reflecting off the other readings that you had just started your own business, or I'm gonna finally do it. Like, this is the message. Whatever your inner child still yearns to do, now is the time to start making it happen. All the energies are encouraging you to step outside of your comfort zone into the realms of magical possibility. Believe that the pipe dream is possible and go for it. So that would be your big manifestation, because you've probably already done the small things, you know, because of the gratitude. So you were asking for small things from Source, you know, and then now this is like something big dropped into your lap, and all you have to do is just go for it if you have not already started. But like me, I feel like it's the same thing, because I started this channel this year. Like I said, it was a lot of setbacks, but I finally did it. But you too can be on that same energy, right? You know, and feeling to go do something that you've always wanted to do, or do something that you feel scared to do. They say that. They say it's the stuff that you're supposed to do you're afraid to do. The things that you already know how to do, that's nothing. Then that leads to burnout. That's the stuff that you, because you know it's not as exciting and surprising as, you know, what, you know, you're starting something new and it's fun and it's different, you know. But and also meeting, you might be finding new love. If you haven't yet, you might be finding new love in this endeavor that you're taking on, which is very exciting and very surprising, but that's fun. And then, I mean, we're in spring now, and springtime is one. It's new beginning. So this is your new opportunity and new beginning to start something fresh. And I hope you all have received this message well. But that's all I have from the Divine Council through this beautiful moon magical reading. And I want to thank my new subscribers, the commenters, the likes and the shares, and I'm very grateful. And I also want to let you know that you can do it. You have it in you. You're an elevated soul. It's kind of scary at first, but you're gonna do it. And just stay positive, even when it seems, you know, like it's not happening for you. It will, because the old energies, as one astrologer said, the old energies aren't going to, won't be like it was, like it is now. So things that you feel like are setbacks or they didn't happen, it's different. Like, it's going to happen now. So this is always the best time, and you are in the best position now to do it. So I hope you all have a blissful, glorious, and harmonious evening. Bye.